Hi everybody. We're going to do an unboxing of Plundered Hearts to accompany our podcast about Plundered Hearts. And we have here a sealed copy, and you can see here we've started this seam here a little bit so you don't have to watch us do that awkward struggle with sealed plastic. Surely you know that pain. On here we've got $500 value in coupons. I'm not sure what exactly that involves. Probably some Infocom, Activision games. This is after the dark days of Activision began. Here you can get Cutthroats for $14.95 if you think it's worth that much. Woo! And be a little catty. Anyway, interactive fiction by Amy Briggs. Note that there's no difficulty designation. We have a very colorful bit of artwork that I think is really great, even for Infocom that does great covers. This is a really solid one that really evokes the romance flavor of the game. It looks like something on the cover of a romance novel, and it's just really awesome. So we'll flip this over. You have the typical product description. Here you have featured the items that come with the game. You've got a banknote, you have the reticule, you have the letter from Jean Lafon, the game's villain. I don't think I'm giving anything away there. So let's go ahead and crack this open and see what's there. It's important to note that because this is after Activision has taken over, this is a year after, in 1987, Infocom has retired the gray box, the iconic gray box format, which y'all saw with Wishbringer last time. And unfortunately, that reflects an overall decline in the legendary quality of Infocom packaging. This is not a very generous package. There isn't a lot of cool stuff in here. And you see it no longer has a browsie. It doesn't open out. Instead, we have this pull out little bucket. And inside we have, first of all, our disc, and that disc is in amazing condition. There's no glue bleed through on that label. It looks fantastic. Next up, we have the reticule, which isn't nearly as classy as the one you imagine. The heroin covering, this is just kind of a faux velvet bag with this rather chintzy etching on it. But inside, there's the other two goodies. Let's see, first of all, we have the Bank of Saint Sinistra banknote for 50 guineas. And here we have a bit of what I would call soft copy protection, where we have Jean Lafon holding a book, touching a globe. It's important to pay attention to this when you're playing the game, or you're not going to get terribly far. The other piece is this letter, which is also from Jean Lafon, and it's in a very nice script. This is addressed from Saint Sinistra, where most of the game takes place. And this sort of sets the stage for why the protagonist is on a ship and why they're going where they're going. It essentially says that her father, the Lord Dimsford, is ill and that he needs the care of his daughter. So that lays out why she's doing what she's doing and where she's going. It's a nice looking letter, although it would have been good to have like a seal on it or something. But again, this is Infocom at this point is done with fancy stuff. Here you can see, you know, a nice, what I would call an abridged catalog. There's certainly no Starcross in here. Starcross was frequently neglected in Infocom promotional material. Here's the $100 in coupons. And we're not going to flip through this whole thing, but yeah, you can see here a lot of Activision titles. There's basketball and Task Times at Tone Town, which was actually written by Mike Berlin and his wife Muffy Berlin. If anybody's played that, why don't you let me know in the comments? I've been curious about it for a long time. Trusty reference card, instructions for loading the game, and some very high-level instructions for playing. Here's your chance to get Cutthroats. Save up to $25, and you can also register for what was then called the Status Line, formerly the New York Times, and get on their mailing list. And then here's the instruction manual. You see that they've kind of stepped away. For years and years, Infocom had kind of a default template for instruction manuals, and while this kind of adheres to it, it kind of doesn't. And it's again a standalone box and book instead of being part of a browsie. And like I said, this is a pretty skimpy package in terms of what we got used to with Infocom in those days, and it's unfortunately a harbinger of what was to come in terms of Infocom and Activision's relationship. And that's I think that's all of it. We're going to link to this on our podcast that we're going to record in about 5 minutes. And you can find that if you search for Gold Microphone on all the big platforms, Spotify, Amazon, Google, etc. And if you can't find it on your platform of choice, you ought to let us know and we'll get it added. You can also look forward in probably a year to my essay about Plundered Hearts on my blog, Gold Machine. Right now we're working on Planetfall, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun with that one. So go check us out over there if that sounds interesting to you. And with that, it's time to record our podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we'll hear from you soon.